Good morning. You're listening to Slices of Wenatchee. We're excited to bring you a closer look at one of our top stories and other important happenings every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Today, a Montana-born farm girl who defied every expectation just turned 105, and she's still drinking her coffee black, no sugar, no cream, and definitely no apologies. Before we continue, have you joined Neighbor yet? If not, download the app today and join local conversations about issues that matter. Neighbor is a site just for our local community focused on facts, not misinformation. Best of all, it's free for everyone. To learn more, visit wenatcheeworld.com/NABUR. Now, our feature story. Lorene Vehrs celebrated her 105th birthday on Sunday, surrounded by the family she built and the stories she's carried through a century of change. Born in 1920 in the sweeping prairies of Montana, she grew up on a livestock farm with 8 brothers, 1 sister, and more chores than daylight. She learned to ride horses before most kids today learn to ride a bike. And when her one-room schoolhouse moved closer, she walked the 2 miles without complaint. That's just how things were. Her childhood ended abruptly at 13 when her mother passed away. From that moment on, Lorene stepped up, caring for her siblings and helping her father prepare the family to move west. They settled in Washington, and though the terrain was different, the rhythm of hard work remained the same. At 14, she was already managing a household. Back then, she said, you simply became a responsible citizen because life demanded it. In time, she traded her work boots for a headset and found a job with a telephone company, a job she would keep for 28 years. She watched communications evolve from switchboards to mobile calls and remembers vividly the first time someone rang her from a car phone. It blew her mind. Lorene raised 3 children with her first husband, Daniel Kern, whom she described as kind and steady. He passed away from a brain tumor in 1963, and she later remarried Forrest Vehrs, adding 2 stepdaughters to her family before losing him just 5 years later. Through it all, Lorene stayed anchored by her faith and by her deep sense of duty to her loved ones. She's outlived all of her 10 siblings, but never lost sight of the value of family, a bond she describes as the heart of everything. Now, at 105, she lives with her daughter Triana in Rock Island. Her days are still active and filled with motion, yard work, YouTube DIY videos, plenty of coffee, and the constant company of her little dog Abby. Her hands, once busy with farm work and later with quilt stitching, are never idle. For years, she spent winters making quilts for the homeless, and she's still sharp and still witty. Still the woman who, as her daughter puts it, is the original hold my beer type. Growing up, her brothers told her she couldn't do things because she was a girl. So she did them all and did them better. She says the secret to a long life isn't a secret at all. Stay active, eat well, keep the faith, and don't sweat the small stuff. Her greatest love hasn't been a person, it's been family. And her most enduring belief is that everyone is born with a purpose. God, she says, determines the course of your life from the start. On her 105th birthday, her home was filled with generations of love. Daughters, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and even great-great-grandchildren. The house echoed with laughter and stories, many of which only she could tell, remembered like heirlooms and passed down like treasured recipes. At 105, Lorene Vehrs isn't just a survivor of history, she's a keeper of it. For more on this story and pictures of Lorene, head over to wenatcheeworld.com. Are you passionate about the issues shaping North Central Washington? Then you won't want to miss the Wenatchee World Forum at Pybus. This monthly event brings together newsmakers and the community to dive into the topics that matter most. It's your chance to engage, ask questions, and be part of the conversation shaping our region's future. Have questions or need more info? Visit wenatcheeworld.com/forum. Now, a few other stories you should know about. Back in 2019, before anyone had heard of COVID-19, Firehouse Pet Shop co-owners Jennifer and Alan Larson launched an online store and added curbside pickup and delivery. It seemed like a convenience at the time, but when the pandemic rolled in, it quickly became essential. While national chains struggled to keep up, Firehouse delivered same day to customers across the greater Wenatchee Valley. The shop stayed open through the shutdowns as an essential business, and although the emotional toll was high, especially with the loss of in-person community connection, the team stayed focused on serving pet parents and their furry companions. The pandemic years also brought growth, both in business and leadership, and helped build a stronger team. Firehouse continues to deliver 7 days a week and remains a fixture on Wenatchee Avenue, with the same commitment to service and heart that carried it through the hardest days. Rivercom 911's plan for a new emergency communications center has hit a financial snag, as its $11 million request from the state's capital fund was denied. The full project, which totals more than $24 million, includes a newly purchased site at 5th Street Northeast and North Weil Avenue. Although Rivercom has made the shortlist for $1 million in federal appropriations, there's still a $15 million funding gap. As call volumes continue to rise, up 17% since 2019, leaders are weighing all available options to move the critical project forward. Thanks to Esmeralda Juarez, owner of Zuli's Ice Cream Shop, downtown Wenatchee is about to get a little sweeter. After nearly 2 years on Mission Street, she's moving into a much larger space on North Wenatchee Avenue and launching a new concept called Munchies, a grab-and-go snack bar featuring Mexican candy, fruit, and customizable savory sweet creations. Juarez, a young mother of 3 and first-time business owner, opened Zuli's using personal savings and credit cards. Now, with community support and her first small business loan, she's aiming to combine both shops downtown into one colorful, family-friendly space. And finally, the Salvation Army Wenatchee Corps has welcomed a new leader. Captain Felicia Grant brings over a decade of experience in service roles across California and Washington, most recently as Program Secretary for the Northwest Division. A mother and grandmother, Grant is passionate about connecting through faith and is eager to serve those facing hunger, homelessness, and hardship in the Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for listening. For more information on all the stories you heard today, visit us at WenatcheeWorld.com. The Wenatchee World has been engaging, informing, and inspiring North Central Washington communities since 1905. We encourage you to subscribe today to keep your heart and mind connected to what matters most in North Central Washington. Thanks for starting your morning with us, and don't forget to subscribe to Slices of Wenatchee wherever you listen to podcasts.